hello once again, comic community on YouTube. It's ScottX1307. Back again with the latest flea market haul. This is from February 28th, Saturday. Got up pretty early. Got to the flea market around about 9 o'clock or so. And managed to actually find some pretty good stuff. Wasn't as early as some people got there, but they left me some pretty good things, so I can't complain. First, I got a couple of movies I actually picked up, really cheap. I picked up a movie a couple weeks ago, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It's in nice old Disney clamshell style VHS, and unfortunately, it did not play. So I took it back. Guy said no problem. You could either have $1 back or pick another movie, and I'm like, I'll just pick another movie. So I looked through VHS tapes that he had for $1, and I found a freaking awesome movie. Young Frankenstein. Now, I'm ashamed to say I did not own this. I don't have it on DVD or anything. Seen it many times. This is the first time owning Young Frankenstein. Like I said, I'm kind of ashamed of that, but I have it now. And as far as I can tell, it works. Started playing, so I'm hoping that it'll play through the rest of the movie. Freaking hilarious. Mel Brooks. If you haven't seen this, oh God, please go rent it. Borrow it. If you find it for, you can usually find it on DVD or something in the $5 bins at Walmart and places like that. Definitely pick it up. If you don't find this movie funny, send me a PM, and if you bought a DVD copy for cheap, I'll buy it from you. Mel Brooks is, they don't make comedies like this anymore. If you haven't seen any other Mel Brooks films, go check out this one, Young Frankenstein. Go check out Spaceballs, Blazing Saddles, History of the World. You name it. They're all classic comedies that they don't make movies like that anymore. So it's changed that, and that was cool. And sad to say, I don't watch, I mean I have watched, but I don't like a lot of older movies. It's not that there aren't good movies, but for some reason I've just never, a lot of the older movies, the acting style, I just don't get into that much. But there are still a bunch of really great classic movies, and this is one, I think, Treasure of the Sierra Madre with Humphrey Bogart. Never seen this entire movie all the way through. I've always caught it on like Turner Classic Movies or TBS back in the day, and seen bits and pieces here and there, but it's a great story about a group of people who get a bunch of gold, and you know, it's what happens when people get greedy. It's what I've seen. It's a really great movie, and everybody I know that watches it, that has watched it, has nothing but good stuff to say about it. So I can't wait to watch that all the way through. So there's a couple movies. And yeah, these came from the comic guy. He sells some movies and stuff too. DVD was like $2. Now, on to comic books. Didn't pick up that many quarter books this week. Again, the guy gets his books from is bringing him a lot of more modern stuff that I'm just not into. I really wish he'd get back to bringing more of the 80s stuff, especially some more indie things. But I looked through and found some some issues I needed for a run, a couple of runs, and another little mini series that I'm gonna pick up. We'll start off nothing fantastic here, but Infinity Inc. Roy Thomas, pretty good series. At least the first 20 issues or so. What I've read, and has some early McFarlane art in starting at like issue 13 or 14. But I'm gonna pick up like the first 20-25 issues or so. And there's issue number 11. This cover looks really cool. This is issue number 12. I like that effect there. It's really neat. Issue number 13. I have issue 14. Yeah, I think that's the first McFarlane art on Infinity Inc. I think it's its first work for DC. Here's issue 15, and you can see his name and the signature on the art there. Definitely not his later style. This book also has a weird, you see this weird printing error. It's a printing error. It's not raised or anything like that. That's just, it's weird colors got laid in wrong. But, never seen that before. And then issue number 21. It's also McFarlane art. And I picked up the first 2 issues of seems to be a neat little mini series. I've watched the animated movie they did of it, and it's pretty cool. It's All-Star Superman, Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. Got issue number 1 and issue number 2. It's weird. All these books are all DC. No indie stuff this week. And I grabbed issue 69 of Sandman, the Vertigo run, Neil Gaiman, or Gaiman. This is one of the issues that don't have towards the end of the run. And that was pretty cool. Don't find a lot of Sandman. Those books are just, most of them aren't that expensive except the first few issues, but they're just, you know, most people that have Sandman hold on to them, it seems. Yeah, 2 more books. I probably could have got them for free. I just put them in with the 20-cent books, and it made it all an even amount, so it was like just $2 for all this. And these last 2 things, these are a couple of Marvel issues. He had in a box, a short box, and they're, I hate it, they're books that without covers. And usually, I don't, you know, like most people, you don't want a book without a cover. But I always flip through because you never know what you might find. And, I mean, who's to say if you came across, I don't know, X-Men #1 or Fantastic Four #1 without a cover, and it was free or 20 cents or something like that. I mean, how could you not pick that up just to have the original interior art and be able to read the story? I didn't find anything like that, but I found a Silver Surfer #8, Stan Lee, John Mishima, and you know, it's basically free, so what the hell, at least I can read that story. And I also picked up, this is a Avengers special, #3. Looks like it reprints where Captain America joins the Avengers. The pages are in really good shape when I flip through them, except, you know, being tan. But they're not very brittle or anything like that, so it's still readable. And it's Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So again, kind of couldn't leave it there. And there were a couple other books. There were some Incredible Hulks from the 60s, late 60s, like 69, 68. There was a Green Lantern 20 or 30 something from 65 or somewhere around there, but the pages, some of the pages were torn and bent really bad, and it was starting to get a little brittle, so I didn't pick that up. Started to, though, just because it was early Silver Age Green Lantern. But had some neat stuff in the priced books this week. Once again, no, well, kind of got one minor key that's kind of a double minor key, and some other neat things. So, and you had to excuse me, we've been having this cold weather coming through, ice and stuff, a couple of days, and then back to rain and cold, and it's really messing with my sinuses, so excuse a little cough, please. Alright, first DC books, priced books, and they're all 25% off. I picked up Detective Comics number 510, really neat cover. It's art by Colin and Giordano, with Mad Hatter. I've seen this book in several people's videos. It's not a key issue or anything, but it's pretty cool. I don't think it's a key issue. It didn't say so in the Overstreet guide. It's in really good shape. Pages are off-white, cream colored, but other than that, not bad. No big creases. Corners a little soft, but no chipping or anything like that. So really, really cool, and it's a really, really neat cover. Also picked up, this is maybe my earliest Batman issue now. I'll have to double check, but I think my next earliest is like 267 or something. The one with the Daredevil motorcycle on the front, but on the cover. But I found this Batman 231, 15-cent cover, and this is The Man Who Saw with His Fingers. Someone else had this in their video just a week or two ago, if that long. And it's always surprising, very neat to see something in somebody's video and then, whoa, next week it's there at the flea market. That's a weird coincidence, or is it? Pretty good shape. This one I would say is probably VG plus, fine minus. The pages in this are starting to tan, but the cover itself is really good shape. Just a couple of spine ticks. Again, the corners are soft, but the edges are pretty sharp. You got a little discoloration right here, and there's a little crease right here. It's not really color breaking, which is really cool to be a black background. Pretty good shape. Like I said, some spine ticks here, but overall, I'm happy. And then this issue is really neat. I believe it's ETA Nick has shown this cover several times. Nick, correct me if I'm wrong if you watch this video, but I believe it said it's one of his favorite Superman covers. It is. I saw it, and it's Neil Adams. Don't find a lot of Neil Adams at the flea market, so I picked this up. It's Superboy number 160, and I'll have to say this is one of my favorite Neil Adams covers that I have seen, and it's definitely one of I have to agree with Nick. This is an awesome Superman cover, or Superboy, Superman. But yeah, just looks really cool. It's in I would say VG shape. It's got the spine ticks, a little crease at this corner here. Pages are like I said, most of these books or pages are starting to tan a little, or they're cream colored, depending on you know, how you see them. But still, it was $4, 25% off. Wasn't gonna leave Neil Adams cover there. And then last DC book, and this one was really cool. Great Jack Kirby, Fourth World, Forever People, number 6. This is also featuring Sandman and Sandy, the Golden Age versions, I believe. And you see the, I believe it's Darkseid's Omega Beams there on the cover. And then picked up some really cool Marvel books. You probably just saw one of them there. Found Marvel Spotlight number 9. Not in the best shape. It's probably, you know, this is probably in good condition. It's got a nice chip at the corner there. That corner as well. But the center of the art is still really good shape. No big creases through it or anything like that. It's a little miswrap on the cover. Not really, a little bit of spine roll, but not much. That's a big miswrap though. But it's Mike Plugart, early Ghost Rider, $3. So had to bring it home with me. And I've been finding a number of these issues at the flea market, and as long as I keep finding these at a good price, I'm going to pick them up. Early Silver Age Submariner. This is number 10. It's featuring a man called Barracuda. Again, this is probably you know, VG minus. It's got the, you know, normal damage you find on the Silver Age book at the flea market, but the cover is still nice and bright, and colors are still pretty glossy on the main characters there. Not faded. It's got a little rubbing here, and you know, some minor creases up there from people flipping through the books. I'm sure where it was not bagged or anything for years, but really really neat cover. Really I like the colors, the blue and purple with the yellow and green. Looks really cool. About the only time you'd hear me say that. Then saw this issue, and the cover on this is so cool. I had to pick this up. Avengers 128. And there's the Hulk underground. They found him. Giant Man's busting a hole through. And you see the Hulk. No place to run, so I stand and fight. What am I going to say? Hulk versus Avengers. Couldn't pass it up. It's got some creasing at the corner. Other than that, it's in really good shape. These pages are about cream colored, so they're not too tan yet. Pretty good shape. This book here is in probably I'd say fine condition. Again, the pages are off-white to cream. It's Marvel Premiere 42 featuring Tigra. Other than that, it's pretty good shape. It's got the off-centered printing, but not bad. No major creases or anything like that. Really cool. I almost didn't pick this book up because these two little tears, or I don't know what happened here. They go through the cover just a tiny bit. They don't affect the first page, but I picked it up anyway. Strange Tales 181 featuring Warlock. It's Jim Starlin cover. Really cool. He's battling a cosmic clown. But yeah, other than those two spots there, it's not in bad shape at all. But that I almost didn't pick it up. But yeah, after get home, I'm glad I did. Jim Starlin on Warlock. All right, last book. This last book, I almost didn't pick this one up as well. This is was a little more than $5, but it was less than $20. I won't say exactly how much. But after looking at it, looking through it, I decided to pick it up. It is kind of two minor keys, kind of in one book. It's Fantastic Four King Size Special number 5. Great Jack Kirby art, Stanley story. It is an early appearance of the Inhumans, early appearance of Black Panther, but mainly it's the intro of Psycho Man. And at the end of the book, there is a really neat story featuring the Silver Surfer, and it happens to be his first solo story. So kind of two minor keys: first appearance of Psycho Man and first solo Silver Surfer story, drawn by Jack Kirby, with some cool pin-ups of the characters, Inhumans. Yeah, really cool, really cool. Awesome Jack Kirby art. As you can see, the interior pages are cream to slightly tan, but they're in pretty good shape. No bleed through the colors. But this cover has got this funky corner, and it looks to me like there's been a printing error. What happens sometimes, this paper looks like it's been folded. It's also creased, and it most likely it got cut somehow, which unfortunately is really a bad mark on the book. But it's a squared spine. It's still pretty square, and that's hard to find. The staples have not popped through the cover, because there are staples underneath. They just glue the cover at the spine, but then the spine is still glued, still intact, and that's a big plus to me on these square bound books. So I had to pick it up. 25% off. It definitely made it worth it. I paid less than guide price for it in a 2.0 condition, and even with that corner, I personally think it'd be a little higher than a 2.0. I'm probably wrong, but I don't care. Jack Kirby, Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer. Yeah, I would have felt really bad for the next couple of weeks if I hadn't picked that up. So I picked it up. And that's it. That's Flea Market Haul. Some really cool stuff. I have been lucky the past few weeks. The Silver Age and Bronze Age books I've been able to pick up there. Really cool stuff. And most of them are in decent shape. You know, no near mint book. Nothing that I could ever turn around and make myself rich on, but some books I can definitely enjoy reading for a long time. And a couple movies. So, yeah, tonight's Walking Dead. Tomorrow I'm going to watch this and laugh my ass off, and watch this and learn about the downfalls of greed. Alright, everybody, y'all take care. Appreciate you watching, and like always, keep reading those books and watching movies and playing with toys. Ah! Oh shit, sorry Mystique. Damn it, she's gonna come after me tonight. Shit. Bye, y'all.